Tomorrow, Carolyn Bennett and I, along with other ministers, will meet with Indigenous representatives and health professionals, representatives of Canadian health associations and representatives from provinces and territories to start the work to eliminate the systemic racism experienced by First Nations, Inuit, and Métis in Canada's healthcare system. This meeting will focus on the experiences of Indigenous peoples with systemic racism in federal, provincial, and territorial health systems. It's an urgent call for action where those present will be tasked to reflect upon the information shared, as well as the well-documented existing body of work on systemic racism in the healthcare system to inform concrete measures that we can all take so that Indigenous peoples can access the best care, first-class care, the same the rest of us enjoy. This is not a new concern, but it is an urgent one. The federal government does not unilaterally have all the levers to address these issues and implement the changes needed. The federal government does have a legal obligation towards First Nations on Reserve and Inuit in funding and delivery of healthcare services. The federal government also has a moral obligation towards all Indigenous peoples, whether they are First Nations living off Reserve, Métis. We must ensure fair and equal treatment from any medical professional anywhere they are and any time that they need it. What we can also do is bring everyone together to hear from Indigenous peoples on the front lines who have experienced this racism every day and continue to experience it. What we can do is exercise our moral imperative to call out racism in all its forms, to bring together all levels of government to ensure proper surveillance, access, and accountability, to ensure that the regulated medical professions work out to stamp out racism, to ensure that Indigenous peoples are represented in the medical professions and that the federal government uses its legitimate power in spending in these areas to make sure that these goals are met.